From MrBeast getting exposed for running allegedly illegal lotteries, to getting children exposed to gambling, to even knowingly hiring a registered kiddie offender as one of his employees, it's clear that MrBeast may not be the person who you think he is. With rising public pressure forcing MrBeast to provide answers, and former employees coming forward and exposing all the maltreatment and abuse they experienced because of Jimmy, it's clear that MrBeast's empire is all about to end. On June 15, 2017, MrBeast uploaded the video that would forever change the course of his entire channel. The video was called "Giving a Random Homeless Man $10,000.
4, 5,
This singular video brought Jimmy millions of views and subscribers. He received praises from all over the internet for sacrificing his own hard-earned money to a person in need. The video was so successful that he essentially got back the money he donated to the homeless man through the ad revenue he got on the video. The success he garnered from the video gave MrBeast this one YouTube strategy that would ultimately make or break his career. And this strategy was to keep giving away more money in order to get more viewership, and to make that money back through ad revenue and to repeat it over and over again. But what Jimmy didn't realize was that his whole recipe for success would unknowingly lead to disaster for the entire MrBeast channel. On October 4th of 2020, Jimmy decided to do something nice for his fans. He would go live on the MrBeast channel with a video titled, "If you buy this shirt, I'll sign it."
Welcome to this live stream. Every time one of you buys this limited edition 40 mil shirt, which is only available for 24 hours, we are going to sign it.
Now this live stream wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. He would proceed to give away iPhones and other expensive items to his fans. He would even put $500 in one of his fans' orders to create more tension and viral moments. This single live stream where he would give away random things to his fans would ultimately be his downfall. On July 24, 2024, a former MrBeast employee created a channel called DogPack404 and came forward with damning allegations against Jimmy that would destroy MrBeast's reputation. In DogPack's hour-long video called "I Worked for MrBeast, He's a Fraud," he points out that all the videos and live streams where MrBeast was giving away stuff to his fans were breaking the law. Considering the fact that a lot of MrBeast fans were kids, DogPack alleges that Jimmy was getting kids to get hooked on gambling. MrBeast himself even acknowledges that a lot of the people who watches his videos are children.
The average demographic is what, 13 through 17? Is that the biggest spike in your analytics?
Well, I mean, mine's horseshit. It says like 18 to 24, but I know all my fucking viewers are little kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it's...
DogPack argues that MrBeast's live streams are borderline exposing kids to gambling, due to the fact that MrBeast's giveaways would push people to buy his shirt for a chance to win money, or some expensive thing like an iPhone or PlayStation. When you consider the fact that kids and teens are much more prone to developing a gambling disorder than adults, MrBeast's giveaways may not be as good as you think they may be. It is undeniable that what seemed to be a good thing turned out to be a nightmare for the MrBeast brand. But with recent information coming up about a new former member of the MrBeast crew coming forward making sinister allegations against MrBeast, Jimmy would be facing something so much worse. During the early days of the MrBeast channel, Jimmy consistently created videos of his friends doing crazy challenges for random prizes. These close friends were also known as the OG MrBeast crew by the internet, featuring Jimmy himself, Chandler, Chris, Jake the Viking, and Carl. But there was one forgotten MrBeast crew member that never made it to the spotlight and got left in the shadows. That MrBeast crew member was Jake Weddle, a stand-up comedian who used to play a major role within the early days of the MrBeast channel. He was widely loved by many viewers across all the MrBeast videos, and featured in multiple hide-and-seek challenges. He was enjoying the fame he was experiencing from the success of the MrBeast channel, and there were even talks of incorporating him fully into the MrBeast brand.
I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know, and that never happened. I remember talking.
But as time went on, Jake Weddle lost passion for YouTube and decided in 2020 that he would leave the MrBeast channel to start his own thing by being a stand-up comedian. Both Weddle and Jimmy's paths have drifted away ever since, with Jimmy pushing his YouTube channel to 300 million subscribers, while Weddle pursued his passion of comedy in Brooklyn. But seemingly out of nowhere, on August 7th, 2024, Jake Weddle revealed very serious and sinister allegations against MrBeast of alleged maltreatment and possibly even abuse. After Jake Weddle had left MrBeast, Jimmy decided to invite Jake Weddle back into the team by getting him featured in a video about surviving solitary confinement. In case you don't know, nobody is supposed to be doing solitary confinement. Medical experts say that solitary confinement would basically melt your brain and give you several mental disorders. But MrBeast knew about this, so to sweeten up the deal, MrBeast offered him $10,000 for each day Jake Weddle stayed in solitary while completing challenges. Jake Weddle gladly took up the deal, and this is where everything began to go downhill. Once Jake Weddle took his flight from Brooklyn to North Carolina to do the MrBeast challenge, that's when he realized that this wasn't going to end well.
And I get there, and at first it's fine. And I mean, they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, you know? It was a terrible facility. I mean, it was in one of the studios. They had to like get like a separate like tank for, you know, septic stuff. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Like, things were cool and funny on paper. But when you think about stuff, a hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. The shower was always cold, and you're taking like a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7 on me. And the ice cream machine, let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes. On, bang, and off, reeking of smelly dairy, mildew. Like, so I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good.
The insanely poor conditions of the MrBeast challenge were heavily draining to Jake Weddle. Some said that he was basically being treated like a caged animal in a circus, but this wasn't just all.
So the little things started to build up. You know, there was like the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor. And like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up like, cause you know it's a video. And it got to a point where like they weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? You know, and they said no, because it would fuck up the time lapse shots. The time lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping?
Jake Weddle's testimony of being subjected to horrible conditions and sleep deprivation could be classified as a violation of working condition laws. MrBeast prioritizing the quality of the video over the physical and mental health of his contestant, Jake Weddle, would even push other MrBeast employees to tell Jimmy to stop the video because of how bad it got.
I had good people looking out for me. I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this, we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend, and I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
The fact that Jimmy could push Jake Weddle to do whatever he wanted, given he had so much power and money to influence people, was said to be very exploitative. Jake Weddle was being pushed to the limit because he felt that he owed MrBeast the world because of the fact that MrBeast was giving him money. This made Jake Weddle become so much more vulnerable to accepting worse conditions and dangerous challenges. This second half of the story gets even worse.
He comes in, he wakes me up, and he goes, ask me why I have 2 briefcases. And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge. And I go, what's the challenge today? He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. Like there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house. You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. There was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know. And if I refuse, it's just. Oh, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, you know, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. And so I wanted to be a good sport, and I wanted to get the boost, and I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. And I'm running until 3 a.m. All right, I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out.
MrBeast's obsession of being the best YouTuber making the best videos on the internet is basically what's caused this entire mess in the first place. MrBeast himself admits that he is laser focused on creating the highest quality video known to man. But what MrBeast doesn't realize is that trying to create the best video on the internet at the expense of the physical and mental well-being of your contestants on the video is not a good look. This has driven even more public anger with people on Twitter, calling MrBeast out, demanding an answer. And with this hate wave against MrBeast rising in the internet, even more people began to investigate and dig up dirt to see what MrBeast is truly hiding. And what they discovered was something truly horrific. MrBeast hired a registered kid offender to manage the channel in order to gain millions of subscribers and viewers. He was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager of the MrBeast brand, but was later on spot by fans in one video called "I spent 24 hours in an insane asylum."
We will be spending 24 hours in this insane asylum.
This was MrBeast's channel manager, a registered offender who went to prison for touching a kid. The internet's discovery of the man who used to manage MrBeast's channel drove millions of people crazy. People were saying how slimy MrBeast was for hiring a registered offender, considering that a lot of his viewers were kids. This whole situation, which ranged from exploiting his own contestants to even hiring a criminal to get his channel to millions of subscribers, were messed up. Jimmy's blind obsession of trying to be the best YouTuber in the world was what destroyed his entire reputation for good.